In today's lesson, we'll be learning how to transform quadratic relations. For this quadratic relation, our a value is positive 1, which means it is going to be opening upwards or smiling. If you take a look over here, you'll notice that there are no brackets, which means our original h value had to be 0 because x minus 0 just becomes x. So our original h value was 0, which means there is neither a horizontal translation to the left or right. And lastly, our k value is positive 6, which means our parabola has been vertically translated 6 units upwards since this is positive 6. In conclusion, our parabola is going to be opening upwards, which means it's going to be smiling. It is neither going to be moved left or right, and it is going to be moved 6 units upwards. If you recall, this is the parent function of our quadratic relation y equals x squared, which means it is in its most simplest form before any transformations has been done to it. According to our instructions from before, our newly transformed parabola should be opening upwards or smiling, and it has to be 6 units upwards. I'm going to begin by moving my vertex 6 units upwards. I'm going to move the second point 6 units upwards as well. And I'm going to move this third point 6 units upwards again. I'm not going to bother drawing my last 2 points because it's going to be off the graph anyways. As you can see, my newly transformed parabola is opening upwards. In other words, it's smiling. It was not moved left or right, and it has been moved 6 units upwards. An example, our a value has a value of positive 1, which means it's going to be smiling or opening upwards. Our h value is going to be positive 9, which means it's going to be moved to the right since this value is positive. And if you take a look over here, you'll notice that there is no k value, which means our k value originally had to be 0, because if you add 0, that isn't even written in anymore. So our original k value was 0, which means it has been neither vertically translated upwards or downwards. In conclusion, our newly transformed parabola will be opening upwards or smiling, moved 9 units to the right, and neither moved upwards or downwards. According to our instructions from before, our newly transformed parabola should be opening upwards or smiling, and it has to be moved 9 units to the right. I'm going to begin by moving my vertex 9 units to the right. Next, I'm going to be moving a second point 9 units to the right. And I can move a third point 9 units to the right. And I can do the exact same thing to my remaining 2 points. As you can see, my newly transformed parabola is opening upwards or smiling. It has been moved 9 units to the right, and it hasn't been moved upwards or downwards.